What's going on, lads? This is CAC, and this is not a Road to Glory. This is episode 2 of me playing FIFA Ultimate Team on PS3. That is that. Now, in this episode, episode number 2, second one, we go straight into a game. And this guy has a full bronze team besides a striker, which is Fraser Campbell. And he is an absolute monster. I've had him in my budgeted silver EPL team before. And he scores so many goals. He's got great pace. His shooting is so underrated. And who cares, because we just take the lead here with Mario Balotelli inside 9 minutes. The first episode, I think I got pretty good feedback. You know, I wasn't expecting a ton of views, as, say, I would have if I had been, continuing videos for the past 3 months besides taking a break. But, we got a decent amount of likes, I'm pretty sure. A couple of comments which I haven't been able to respond to because I actually have been busy the past 2 days. I've had football training, stuff like that. And I think there were some questions. I'm from Sydney, Australia, for those who are asking, where I was from. So I'm from Sydney. And yeah, that's all. That's the only comment I could remember, to be honest. Selling coins. Me and Rob may get back into selling Xbox and PS3 coins. Not 100% sure yet. We're going to talk to the guy tonight, but in regards to that, I'll make a video on it if we're going to start making coins again. But at the moment, I'm winning 3-1, and that's how the game ends. Now, this whole commentary I'm doing right now, I'm gonna stop talking about the gameplay, and I'm gonna start talking about the Euro 2012 final between Spain and Italy. And for all those who criticize Spain's gameplay of being boring and not being able to score goals, I think everyone has to eat their words. That was just absolutely astonishing how they could tear apart a team that had knocked out some world-class teams along the way in their progression to the final. Now, I know a lot of journalists and a lot of people that kind of follow not just football, but like in particular international football, because that's a completely different style of play. Seeing players that don't really play together week in, week out, it's interesting to see how how the whole team and country kind of plays their football. Because leagues are known for one thing. I know the Premier League is considered, it's the strongest league in the world, that's for sure. But they're made up of some of the main stars are not from England. So England's gameplay compared to the Premier League can sometimes be completely different to what most people would expect. Now, Spain play like Barcelona because the majority of the teams from Barcelona and Real Madrid. So they're with each other constantly. They know how each other play. And that's why they play so well together. A lot of people don't like Spain because they feel as though they play boring. They just hold possession, and pretty much it's for most people it's a bore, and that's because no one closes them down. And for me, in the first 2 minutes of the game, when Italy were actually closing Spain down, trying to give them no time on the ball, their passing was still 100% accurate. Straight to the foot, and it was a joy to watch. Anyone that thinks that's boring needs to go get their eyes checked, because that was just absolutely amazing. Italy, they had their troubles. Injury to Giorgio Chiellini, one of their key defenders. And then, obviously, the Thiago Motta injury, which pretty much ended their whole game. For me, the game was over after 1-0. They didn't look threatening. Di Natale could have scored maybe 2 goals. But Casillas is just, he's world class. He's definitely in the top 3 goalkeepers in the world. For me, up there with Joe Hart and Manuel Neuer. But overall, Spain just... Jordi Alba's goal, that pass, that through ball, I'm pretty sure it was from Iniesta. To the foot, perfect, and that finish was exquisite. Fernando Torres, good to see him come on and break another record, being the first player to score in 2 European Championship finals. It's just that game. Like, what can you say about Spain? It's kind of hard to talk about it, because how can you analyze someone dominating another team that badly? It's crazy. But for me, if Spain begin to produce great youngsters for the future, then I can see them winning a lot more trophies in like 2014 World Cup. Will they win it? It's hard to say. It is, because by that time, if David Villa is fit, I'm sure David Villa will play. Fernando Torres, he may be firing again. He may be back to his old self. So that could be more of a goal threat. If Xavi's not fit enough, or he gets injured or causes himself cause international retirement, David Silva can easily play in a midfield role. It doesn't have to play out wide. So Spain's chances of the next World Cup are really, really good, even though teams like Germany will have more experience and be able to understand each other's game a lot more. But you know, they're just an absolutely amazing footballing team, and I think it was just amazing. In regards to Italy, Pirlo, I'm certain that's got to be his last tournament. There's no way he's going to be able to make it to the World Cup. As your body gets older and you start to age and whatnot, you're obviously going to come across injuries, and the more stress you put in your body, the worse the injury is going to get. So, depending on how he plays next season for Juventus, you know, if he plays week in week out, I don't see him lasting that long. But it's the same with Steven Gerrard. You know, I think next season for Liverpool, we're going to need to bring back Aquilani. He's quality. We need someone that can, you know, break down defenses with short passing, great vision. And that's what Alberto Aquilani has. I remember watching Liverpool's preseason last year, and he was so impressive that I thought, fuck, if we put this guy out on loan or we sell him, we're going to struggle. And that's what happened. We struggled to create goals. And if we had him in the squad, I feel as though we would have been a lot more dangerous in attack. And you know what? I think Joe Cole, I didn't follow him and his like kind of performances for like Lille, how the fuck you pronounce the team. But I saw that he scored a sick goal. That's all I remember. But you know, we need to bring in more midfielders because Steven Gerrard, he's not going to be able to play week in week out without getting injuries. I think you save him for, you know, the big games, for the experience. And if we have 2 games in a week, play him once. We need to build a team with Brendan Rodgers that can play the ball around well, and that can, you know, have enough players so we're not constantly getting injured. Injuries is what killed Liverpool last season. Besides, fuck off with these Skype calls, cunts. Injuries killed us as well as suspensions. Hopefully, Luis Suarez pulls his head in, and you know, towards the end of last season he was actually pretty good. But you know, as long as he's not causing trouble with the media and shit like that, hopefully a lot of the footballing that Liverpool can produce will do all the talking besides, you know, all the troubles off the pitch. But as you see here, the game's coming to an end. Not the game, well, the game is actually coming to an end, but the video is coming to an end. As you see here, inside a minute 21 seconds, Lukaku scores and decides to levitate because this guy leaves. So guys, leave it a like if you actually enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts on the scoreline and the way that Spain played, and who you think your team should buy or keep or sell in this season's transfer market before the EPL kicks off. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. This has been episode 2, and laters.